as men, men's rights activists are the worst. They spread misinformation about feminism and they hurt real men's issues. You can't make this stuff up, guys. This is what is in the bio of the person who launched a Twitter attack against me this morning. That is at Takedown MRAs. Now, I don't know why they think I'm an MRA, but you know, feminists can't seem to tell the difference between MRAs, MGTOWs, incels, alpha males, beta males, soy boys, masculinity, male and female. All of these things, they just can't seem to make the distinction. But anyway, so I had an attack launched on me by these people this morning. If you go check out my thumbnail, you will actually see the Twitter handle for them. And of course, they've, you know, because obviously everything's backwards, as you can see by the backwards R there, which is flipped because YouTube and the Pixel 2 don't seem to work together in a way which doesn't flip the image to make things look the way they should. So they were saying, oh, you know, he's being taken by his single mum to McDonald's because he washed the dishes. I was like, what? And the funny thing is, none of them read the article. Not one of them actually went, let's have a look at this video. Let's actually listen to what's being said. Let's have a look at which part of the article is written by a woman and which part is his commentary. Now, the reason that I've actually done this today is because apparently, you know, I was in the passenger seat and I was being driven around by single mums and all kind of nonsense. And then I had a chick who was a single mum says, oh, I wouldn't date him. And I looked at her photo and I was like, ugh. So I just replied back respectfully and I said the feeling's very mutual. Oh yeah, and they were, hey Nicole, how you doing? Yeah, they were attacking the beard as well, saying the beard was disgusting. But you know what? It doesn't actually matter to me because it's my beard, not theirs, and they don't have to look at it. If they would just stop looking at my YouTube and just stop giving me views and just stop giving me attention, then they wouldn't have to look at my beard, and neither would their friends. And one guy, the biggest soy boy you'll ever see, felt the need to make a meme of like, where, because I was wearing my singlet yesterday, where my singlet met the seatbelt and my underarm, had like that, plus my face upside down and something else in the little caption. Decided to make a little meme out of me and try to make out that I couldn't get laid. I was like, wow, dude. And I replied back and I said, I didn't even need to make a meme to point out why women are repulsed by you. And I just posted a photo of him directly from his Twitter. So if any of you guys are on Twitter, feel free to go check it out at twitter.com/sydneymgtow. Last couple of tweets you will be able to find. There was one guy who did very aptly point out, and I can respect his diplomacy, even if he disagrees with me, that, you know, it wasn't a nice meme. And while he might, I think he was saying, like, might not necessarily agree with what I said, even though it wasn't me that said it, it was a woman who wrote the article. He pointed out that there were also plenty of videos on YouTube by women talking about why they would not date single dads. So this just shows the hypocrisy of the whole feminist movement, and how they're saying, well, you know, you shouldn't shame us for being a single mum, you shouldn't shame us for having a child. And it's like, well, you know, we're not shaming you at all, we're not even attacking you, we're just saying I don't want to play second fiddle to somebody else's child. That's all I'm saying. Yet somehow that makes me a misogynist. Somehow that makes me an undesirable man. Somehow that makes me revolting to women. Well, I don't know. I reckon I get laid more than the soy boy who tried to make the meme out of me. Just saying. Got laid at least a couple of times in the last week or so. You know, what else can I say? Oh yeah, by the way, and I got laid by an attractive woman, not a landfill, not a guy, not someone who doesn't know what gender they are. As Phil says, the feminist intellectual collective at work expressing their feelings and emotions with no reasoning or accountability. Haha, go Sydney. Damn straight, Phil Gibbs, my man. Yeah, and Gentleman King made a very good point, and I agree totally, that imitation is the best form of flattery, so therefore trolling is an imitation. You should take it as a great compliment. Now, anyone who is coming to my channel, who is prompted to come here or enticed to come here as a result of that tweet on MRA, Takedown MRA's Twitter page, I would suggest you go and read the article that is in the description of the video which was shared by Takedown MRAs, because it might actually give you a really good insight into why a lot of men make the conscious and well-educated choice to not date single mothers. It's not because we're misogynists, because if that was the case, then we wouldn't date any women at all. Yeah, right? If that was the case, we wouldn't date any women at all. Do we call women man-haters for not wanting to date a single father? Absolutely not. You know, if you're a single father, that's your situation, and you know, it is what it is, and you take the bad with the good. And you know, it should be a similar sort of graceful undertaking when it comes to women as well. But I don't know, for some reason these anti-MRA people, right, that can't understand that men's rights advocacy is the male version of feminism, which is women's rights advocacy. I have a dictionary from the 1980s, and I also have a dictionary from the late 1990s, and I also have a dictionary from the early 2000s and mid 2000s. All Oxford Dictionary, all one of the most credible dictionaries in the world, all saying them. But apparently feminism is about equality and feminism is about men's rights too. Well, to take down MRAs, perhaps you should message Clementine Ford and ask her what feminism is doing to help men, because she couldn't give a fuck. And I can respect that part about Clementine Ford, that she's at least honest about what feminism is. She's honest about the fact that feminism does not care about men, has no interest in helping men, has no interest in men's issues, and is not there for men in any way, shape, or form, which is what I've been saying all along, right? So, and I wouldn't even care if feminists were like, well, we need to target all these issues, and here is our data, and here is our actual logic and reasoning behind, like our rational logic and reasoning behind why these things are happening, and here's how we're going to target the source sensibly without trying to completely fuck society up, right? I would be like, yeah, cool, man, like, you know, go feminist, do what you got to do, right? Make shit fair for yourself, right? Just don't go you know, trying to take like the balance of power, right? Because it's not like we're worried about, like, there was a balance of power before, right? So there was, you know, there was fairness. So we weren't worried about women taking power off us, right? We're worried about women taking power over us, right? We don't want power over women. Not interested at all. Not interested in having power over women. Not in the slightest. Right? But these feminists are interested in having power over men. Right? Which is why it's just so absurd. Alright? And as Unseen Survivor says, leave the MRA alone. Well, look, you know, MRAs can quite often, you know, get really nasty towards feminists. And a lot of the men's rights activists are, you know, feeling a bit down and out because they're, I mean, and I'm not like tainting all of them, of course, but some of them are feeling a bit down and out because they've been fucked over in ways that feminists can't see, because feminists and women collectively wouldn't typically be subject to those same disadvantages, right? And I'm not saying that all the disadvantages that men are claiming they're disadvantaged in the same ways that women are. Of course not, right? Men and women face different challenges, and I say this all the time, different challenges regularly. So guys, smash that thumbs up if you haven't already. Share this video with anyone that you think would enjoy it, or anyone that you think would get value out of this video, or it would help them to get more of an understanding about what's going on in the manosphere, what's going on with social media and online, with people trolling men who tell the truth, right? Governments and courts bow down to feminists. This is part of the problem. This is one of the many things that men's rights activists are against. They're against governments giving all the power to the women's rights activists, right? We just want a balance of fairness. I think that is the only reasonable outcome. Now, we've even got Janet saying, I'm sorry, I think men should have power over men. These women are out of control. Absolutely, absolutely. See, we have a reasonable, rational woman saying that men should have power over themselves. And I don't think that's too much to ask. Just like women should have power over themselves. But women should not have so much power within the framework of their actions that they can destroy men and take autonomy away from men, as they often do with false domestic violence claims, right? Which I know firsthand in many instances were made, right, regarding an incident that apparently occurred while that man wasn't even present, right? I've seen the location history and I've seen the affidavits, right? Those men were not in that place at the time when the woman claimed that the incident happened. And yet the man's the one that is attacked, vilified, victimized, and charged with criminal activity. Why is that? So, I don't know. But anyway, guys, if you would like to, if you feel the urge, feel free to engage in respectful and decent dialogue with these disrespectful and indecent individuals over at Takedown MRA's Twitter page. And if you feel that there is harassment going on, right, towards me or towards anybody else, then there are certain options that are available to people to report such tweets. And if you felt that way and that was something you felt inclined to do, then by all means, go right ahead and do what you have to do. Anyway, men, appreciate your tuning in. If you want to donate at any point, feel free to head on over to PayPal or Patreon. I've got the details in the description below. And also feel free to check out my Twitter and my Instagram. And also I'm now on BitChute, bitchute.com/sydneymgtow. All right, guys, I'm gonna catch you next time. But until then, peace.